Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, let's talk about how we're always working on shaky ground. This morning I read an article on the Forbes website that was published a few days ago about the shooting at YouTube a few weeks ago. So it was called Demonetization in YouTube or something like that. I'll put a link to it in the comments, but it was a really good article all about how there's a sense of entitlement about YouTube demonetizing some people's videos when they worked very hard on them, and you know they kind of feel like the ground has been pulled up from underneath them. But one person obviously took it more seriously than others because they went in and started shooting at YouTube. But it was all about the sense of entitlement and all this kind of stuff. And I thought it was a really good article. A very good commentary, especially for us as app developers, because a lot of what we do we don't really know. I mean, we are at the beck and call of Google a lot of the times too, or Apple, or whatever, AppLovin, or whichever ad network we happen to be using. And a lot of times I get emails from people saying, you know, AdMob has disabled me, or you know, they're limiting the amount of money I can make and all this kind of stuff. What should I do? And we could talk about a few different things, how to get users up and get downloads up and everything like that. But sometimes just like, dude, you know, we are on shaky ground. There's nothing more you could do. You have to try something else, which is not really very good. I mean, every time I show you guys my revenue, and I've done it a couple times in the past where I say how much I've made on the different ad networks, everything like that. Part of me hesitates because I don't want you to think that it's easy to do, and also that it's permanent. Like, one of the things I'm always conscious of is that could go away at any point, right? I left a stable, secure job, well, as stable and secure as jobs could go, to do something on my own where I realized that I'm on shaky ground all the time. The app market could go away, my ads could stop, making me money. Lots of different stuff could happen. The same was with with YouTubers and stuff like that. It doesn't always go up and up and up. There's going to be peaks and valleys, and Google could change their mind at any moment. And all the times I think about the digital. I'm old enough to remember, well, we're all old enough to remember photos, film, but when we had photomats and everything like that, you take your film in to be developed, and entire industries were disrupted by the digital camera, and industries are being disrupted all the time, right? When I worked in the corporate environments, I worked with a lot of people who thought their jobs were totally safe and secure, and there have been times where I saw mass layoffs or a lot of redundancies go through, and people were just not prepared. The rug was swept out from underneath them, and they thought they were on safe, secure, solid ground. But nobody is, because things can change all the time. One of the things about working for myself is I realize this, and I know this at all times, right? Always trying to learn, always trying to improve, always trying to think what's going to be next. If this fails, what do we go to next? A lot of times I say, somebody asked a few weeks ago, why don't I just focus on passive income, right? And I'm so glad he said on passive income and not just apps, because we don't know if apps are going to continue to make money, right? It's just, I mean, hopefully they will. I mean, I got a lot of chips on the table, and that's what I'm putting most of my energy into. But I'm also very aware of the fact that some new technology could come along, and we could be doing something else. It could be a new platform that's more open than Android or the App Store. Sorry, Google Play or the App Store. Android is pretty much open. And I always have to realize, and you always have to realize too, that we are operating on shaky ground. The nice thing about taking control of your future and actually embracing the fact that we work on shaky ground, that we have no, there is no safety net underneath us, is that we're always ready. We're ready to fight if we have to. We're ready to go out there and find a job if we need to. We're always prepared, and we're always trying to be marketable, and always trying to be ready for the worst to happen. Whereas if we were nice, fat, and comfortable working in a big office, we might not see it coming before it hits us, and we're just completely out on the street, unskilled, not ready, and just talking about how unfair it is. So anyway, I guess I'm being a bit negative today. That's just kind of my thoughts today. What do you guys think? What do you think about the future of the app market, for one? Do you think it's going to keep going on forever and ever? Do you think it will evolve like the web has evolved, or do you think there's something new will come along? So like machine learning, something like all of our apps. In 5 years time, all of our apps are going to look old and outdated, I imagine, but you know, there'll be something new that comes along. Probably still be mobile phones though, that's just too convenient, so at least in my opinion. So what do you guys think? What do you think the future brings? And anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.